Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Smartario Coaching. Today, I'm just going to be going over a small macro detail in Deadlock about flipping the map and when you want to rotate your carries around the map easily and effectively for whatever reason, really. It could be an urn spawning that you want to contest on a different side of the map. It could be you want to contest different buff. You want to change who's farming where because different numbers of farm are coming up, or because you're responding to an opponent's play. Whatever the case is, you just want to rotate your one on your two, move your strong side to the left in this map, and your weak side to the right. Okay, so I'll just go over the setup I've got quickly. So here I've got on left lane your one, your weak side Venator, just catching farm, catching waves, getting his farm, scaling. Your six is your doorman. I put a six as doorman here because it's pretty meta at the minute. Page and Ram aren't really too present at the moment in pro games, so I put a doorman in the six, just rotating around, looking for catches, looking for info, making sure your Venator's safe, helping with mid, wherever it needs to be. Your threes then your Abrams, your front line, catching mid waves, getting his farm, just doing his thing, rotating into fights. Calico in the four can help push mid really well, has a lot of threat, and can look for picks alongside your five, which is your Dynamo, who also can help look for picks, help get info, play with your Calico, be a big pressure on your strong side, and then help your two, who's your Apollo, to get Prio here, to rotate for fights, and yeah, to make plays. So, I'm going to talk about flipping them up now. Your Venator, firstly, can just be normal, collect his waves, play a bit more passive. What's going to happen is your Dorman and your Calico, your 6 and your 4, are going to come over to mid, tell your Abrams to get push. To play under the opponent's Guardian, maybe even take the Guardian here, honestly. Just get this mid push, which is really important to my strategy, okay? Now, your Dynamo can kind of play around here or rotate to here to help your Apollo get push. This is also important because probably your opponent's going to see this pressure mid. They're probably going to rotate someone over. And if you're lucky, it's from this right lane. So they're going to rotate someone over here to respect this pressure. So whoever's playing mid doesn't just get insta-dove and die. Even though that's not what you're playing for, your opponents don't know that. So your dominant Apollo can get this push. And then with this push, what can happen is, what happens at the same time, this second part here, your Dynamo is going to come over to mid to kind of affect, to help. Your Dynamo and then your Dormant is going to come over here. And what's going to happen is, your Apollo can base, your Venator can base. This wave's probably going to be under your Guardian, so your Apollo is going to come out to a wave basically at its feet. Your Venator comes out to a pushed wave up here, so you get farm around here before the wave bounces back into him. Your Doorman's already here to cover him if they're trying to make a play on him coming out base. And then here, what you can do is you back off. If this wave's still pushed, you can cross this, your 4 and your 5, off vision, potentially, without your opponent knowing. And then when your Apollo gets back to here, gets some presence, you can look for a play here without necessarily them knowing you're going to flip the lanes even fully. They could just think you're flipping your carries, not the full map. And your doorman, if your Venator's safe, because say they rotated too much to mid to respect your push, your doorman can be here as well. Abrams rotates in because he has push. Apollo rotates in. Instantly, you've got a 5-man overwhelm here, where your opponents might still be scrabbling around the right hand side of the map. Then you can look for an urn take. You can look for picks into a mid boss, even if it's late enough into the game. I think this flipping the map concept is so vital. It happens a lot in League. You have a concept called laddering in League of Legends, where, say, if you make a play on one side of the map, your whoever was taking over your main lane will come back and take over your opposite lane. That's kind of flipping the map. Sometimes you'll flip the map for objectives like Grubs or Herald. It's a similar idea in Deadlock. Okay, both are MOBAs. You're going to be flipping them up to look for urns, to look for picks, to look for whatever kind of advantage you can find to secure more farm on the people you need it more. And yeah, I think this is the most effective way to do it because you're doing it with mid pressure, so you're pressuring a Guardian. You're flipping all your 4-5 off vision potentially, so they can look for easy picks. Your 1 and 2 are always safe, and they get the waves at the right time. Your 6 is always covering your 1, and can cover the mid even on his cross. And I think this is just a brilliant way to do it. It's very easy. Obviously, this is a default, okay? This isn't going to happen in every game. This might rarely ever happen in practice. This is a great way, I think, to think about flipping them up, and to think about really start applying your mind to where do I want my farm to be on who, okay? yeah, it's a pretty short one from me today. Just a quick macro concept for you all. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.